Let's go back to talk to the big event coming this week, the Rochdale by-election. In that by-election, who should Labour supporters vote for?
Well, we don't have a candidate, I'm afraid, so I can't answer that question. I was asked earlier this week what I would do. My colleague Wes Streeting said he would probably spoil his ballot paper. My answer is I would just ask people not to vote for candidates who are spouting hate and division. We've had enough of that. We've seen it from the Conservative Party this weekend. We need politicians and leaders who can stand up for public decency and integrity and speak for all people in this country, bring people together at a time when many people are feeling
Can you identify any of the candidates on the list who is not spouting hate for us? You can identify two or three if you want.
No, I mean, I'm afraid I can't endorse a candidate in this race. That is the consequence of us having taken the unprecedented step to withdraw our candidate.
You said you're telling the public not to vote for people who are spouting hate. And I think it would be helpful to the public to know which candidates, in your opinion, answer to that description.
Well, you're asking me as a Labour representative to start endorsing candidates from other political parties. I'm afraid I can't do that. I think the best option would have been to have a good Labour candidate. We're not in that situation. We were right to take that step. I would just ask people not to endorse those candidates who, when I was there on the Sunday, I was watching people, our activists and others, being intimidated and harassed, people speaking about dividing communities at a time when we should be bringing people together. I just ask people to use their judgment and to make sure that whoever is elected in the Rochdale by-election this week, that we elect somebody who's going to stand firm against that.
Just very quickly, do you regret going out leafleting last Sunday for Mr. 2 Sundays ago, I beg your pardon, for Mr. Azhar Ali after you knew he had said the things that we now know he said?
Well, I didn't know that he'd made anti-Semitic comments. I was appalled by what he said about Israel, as was the Labour Party, and we had a pre-scheduled community event that I'd been asked to continue to do. Okay. I wouldn't campaign for a candidate who was anti-Semitic. As soon as those comments came to light, he was withdrawn as the candidate, and rightly so. And I regret the fact that we're going to the polls on Thursday without a Labour candidate, especially in a race as important as this. Okay. But it was the right thing to do. We will always stand up against racism where we see it.